I'm in the middle of my detox, and I was cleaning out the greenhouse yesterday, which is one of my favorite places in the spring and the fall. And I have a bunch of weeds growing in here. The weeds that are coming up right now are the ones that nature's providing to help detox your liver. That's one of their very most functions in existing, among other things. But I'm going to use them for that. And so I'll show you a minute what I've got growing here. This is chickweed. You can see it grows kind of as a mat. It's a very companion-oriented plant. Very good for your liver. You can use it like you would spinach. Either eat it fresh, raw, or cook it in things. It works just fine either way. It's a little stemmy, so I find that chopping it in salads isn't the best. I like it in smoothies, or you can chop it and throw it in dishes where you would spinach, and the stalk, the stem, cooks down pretty good. This is a baby kale coming up. All the dark leafy greens are good right now. So my kale is starting to regrow and sprout. It's a dinosaur plant. It's like indestructible. So it's really good for that. Right behind it, I've got a bunch of dandelions in here. I pulled a huge dandelion out of the garden proper. And I'm going to dry the root, grind it, and try it as coffee. I'm told that's pretty good. Dandelion is so good for detoxifying your liver. And it is one of the first up in the spring. And then I have Doc. This is my good friend Doc. Doc is prolific. So I eat what I want, and then I give the rest to the chickens. And I'm constantly putting it back and giving it to the chickens, and they love it. The pigs love it. When it's little like this, it's really good. When it gets bigger, it can get really bitter. And that really bitter taste means that it's probably got things your body doesn't want. So I back off it then. But those are my little friends. I've got cilantro going crazy. I believe I read in Mexico cilantro's a weed. And in my greenhouse, it's a weed. It's gone crazy. I have trouble with it out in the garden, but in the greenhouse, it's nuts. So I have all of these little friends, and I'm going to use them as part of my detox. I'm going to a super simple diet this week. Pretty bland. It's a rice dish called khichdi. So it's basically soaked and then cooked. I use quinoa, but you can use rice. I cook it in broth. Add my coriander, cumin, fennel, and then you can change out. I use seasonal vegetables. Very important this time of year, so I'm going to harvest some of these greens and just use little bits. And very simple, very light eating week. So that's how nature has your back. And it's time to detox, and nature's producing what you need to do it. So super simple food. And these fresh, dark, leafy greens that are coming up, that take the cold and are showing up just for you. So that's it for this week. Have a great and abundant week. Let me know in the comments what you're finding. What are your foraging finds this week that you're enjoying and using for your good health?